Trying to appeal to everyone doesn't work. You can hope to make everybody happy, but it turns out doing that, you end up making some pretty bad decisions. We're going to just go to a couple things real quick, like Caitlin Clark, like not keeping her on the Olympic team because you don't want to offend the people who have been there for a long time or anything. Trust me, that's not going to work out too well. As a matter of fact, I bet they're going to go back on that decision and they're going to end up putting her on the Olympic team. If you're not familiar with the settlement that the National Association of Realtors had on how to change up commissions and how to do everything different, let me explain something to you. You had a jury of regular, everyday people who do not completely and fully understand the real estate market. They don't understand how real estate is done. They don't understand the inner workings of the business or anything like that. So, of course, it was easy to convince them that they shouldn't have to pay the buyer's agent fee commission. With that being said, I don't necessarily disagree if I don't understand how it works. But that was a knee-jerk reaction, just like not putting Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team because they didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. This is a knee-jerk reaction because it's easy to get people to go against the grain because you can make anybody look bad for doing something, and that's just what they did in this lawsuit. But now you start to look at it. Why did they push it from July back to August? Because they're starting to realize that there's some technicalities behind that are really going to be to the disadvantage of a lot of people. Probably more people than it would be if you just kept the commission and everything set up the way it currently is in our market right now. Right now, the lawsuit says that you still can pay a buyer's agent commission. We just can't be transparent about it. Like, why wouldn't you want to be transparent about it? Right now, currently, before this lawsuit goes into place, Zillow tells you what the buyer's agent's going to get paid. So if they don't show you a house that you found on Zillow and it's 2%, get rid of that agent. If they want 3%, they have to talk to you about that. It's transparent right now. Buyers know. It would help you weed out the agents that are pushing you in the wrong direction just for their own benefit. But no. We want people to make a lot of money, especially those attorneys. Those attorneys made way more than anybody individually will. Like, way more. But our world is in such an uproar about everything. It's easy to get people pissed and easy to trigger people and easy to get people mad. I'm probably going to have people going off of me on these comments. But I'm telling you right now, we have to get away from trying to appease everybody because it doesn't work. You can't parent by letting your kid get whatever they want. If you do, the kid's going to be a disaster. You have to have guidelines. You got to have a strong foot in the sand and say, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep things the way they are. The way things are right now may not be the right way, but you have to have a lot more than just a knee-jerk reaction and cancel culture and all that kind of stuff getting in your way. You have to think through things logically. And I think that logic has left the building in a lot of these decisions. Currently, our president has a difficult time getting through a speech without making errors. He's the president of the United States, and now he's up for re-election. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. This is insanity. But we have to be able to come up with some sort of solution that's just not a knee-jerk reaction, that's not something just triggering everybody to try and get what you want, because it doesn't work. Sometimes what you want isn't what works. Back to the mortgage thing. If you show a veteran a home that doesn't pay a buyer's agent commission, then the veteran has to pay that buyer's agent commission, and they can't. So currently, with this knee-jerk reaction on this lawsuit, it says a veteran cannot choose to get buyer representation on homes that don't pay buyer agents commissions. So that's one of the things they're trying to work through. That's why they push it back. One of the reasons they push it back to August. If I were part of that committee trying to figure out what to do, I would keep things the way they are because they're more transparent in the current system than it will be in the future system. And that is 100% not for me to save money or to make more money or commission. 100% not that reason. It's 100% because the buyers are at a major disadvantage now that they have to pay out of their pocket in some situations to their agent. Just let it be transparent. Let it be the way it is. Caitlin Clark, she brings more money to the WNBA and every player out there because of who she is and what she's doing. Put her on the Olympic team. Duh. It's better for everybody. Plus, she is probably the best point guard in the league. And I'll stand by that because there's not another point guard out there getting guarded baseline to baseline and face guarded and triple and double teamed. Her teammates are open half the time because they are so focused on her. That doesn't happen with someone who's not the best in the league. With all that being said, can we just relax in this country, use common sense, and quit pandering to the minority, and by minority, I mean less people, the people who are whining and crying about everything, quit letting them get their way. And that's all I got.